It's just you can't build a conspiracy theory like this when there's no fucking when there's no outcome there. Like there's nothing there.
Republican traitors like Kemp are not willing to show up for us, and Mitt Romney, and the rest of them, then we will not be willing to show up for them.
Hell yeah.
Ryan Kemp is a traitor.
Where's Governor Abrams?
Brad Raffensperger is a traitor. Any Republican that allows this to happen is complicit, and we will finish you.
Enemy!
That's right.
Tyrants!
Do they think that we're just going to go away?
No! Stop the steal!
For any Republicans not explicitly helping Trump to stop this deal, we will make sure you are never elected ever again.
Yeah!
To the Republicans that are easily bullied into compliance by the left, we will finish you.
Yeah!
We will end your career forever.
Respect, dude.
If the Republican establishment stands back and stands by and allows this deal to go through, we will do whatever it takes to completely destroy the Republican Party.
We the
forever.
people!
We will not accept mere investigations that go nowhere. We will not accept nothing less but a Donald Trump victory.
That's
Hasan, I
crazy.
just finished my DSA orientation. Thank you so much for making feel welcome in the left and inspiring me to take real political actions.
But this is this is awesome, dude. It's so awesome. Like they don't even want to just fight back. They don't even want Republicans to just fight back. They want them to win. Like they're like, no, it's not even about trying as hard. Like you got to give us another Donald Trump presidency. Oh, that's so sick. Oh, please keep fighting. Oh, fuck. Oh, God, spread it.
We will not accept fake audits and fake recounts like what's happening here in Georgia.
Roasted.
I mean, if the election is fake, why wouldn't the recounts be fake? You know, that actually is consistent with the mania. If you truly don't believe, if you don't believe the election is real, then why the fuck would you believe in the recount? You know?
We will accept nothing left but Donald Trump for another 4 years.
4 more years! 4 more years! 4 more years! 4 more years! 4 more years!
They're so gross. You ever get death threats by people like in the videos? Yeah, all the time. It's great.
Hi Arjan. Love you and chat.
Looking at the comments on the YouTube of the Powell interview, her insane conspiracies developing legs among Trump supporters, of which there are over 70 million. Given that Trump still holds executive power, I have concerns for Americans. Be careful, Hasan. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, on that note, though, it's top of the hour. Every hour. 60-second ad break.
Nowadays,
There's a bunch of rallies that we're going to look at in the state of Georgia. But before we get to the rallies, I'm running a 60-second ad break. If you'd like to avoid the ads, all you need to do is subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. All you need to do is subscribe. You can do it for free with a Twitch Prime or the $5 subscription. Here it is. Boyo. There are 1% of Trump's. These are 1% of Trump supporters. Most of them are sore losers and fascist adjacent, but not that far gone. Yeah, no, I know. There's still a bunch of them that like truly believe the Newsmax shit, though.
after Georgia certified its election results, multiple rallies were held here in Atlanta. CBS 46's Melissa Stern was at the state capitol this afternoon, where protesters from both sides were out in full force.
It's been nearly 3 weeks since Election Day, but the political unrest only seems to be growing.
I didn't think that America could be this divided.
Fox fake news! We would like to see and know as Americans that our election was fair
and wait until the evidence comes out.
I was a poll worker on November 3rd along with my husband, and we were poll workers in other elections. And I can tell you, after spending 14 hours at our precinct, there was no fraud.
Protesters from both sides of the political spectrum showed up at the Georgia State Capitol Saturday afternoon to make their voices heard.
I have
It's incredibly funny when they say, like, we never thought America could be this divided. And, like, part of who they're talking about isn't even, the people that they're talking about isn't even, like, Democrat versus Republican. In some circumstances it is. But, like, they run the video of people chanting, fuck Fox News, Fox fake news. Those are Republicans that are divided. They're so divided that they've divided amongst themselves, it seems like.
reassurance that the recount was not a sham.
There's no evidence of misconduct, there's no evidence of fraud, there's no evidence of ballot tampering.
The certification process for Georgia's 159 counties was officially completed on Friday. The Secretary of State's office said there was a hand count of the 5 million ballots cast in the race. Biden won by a margin of 12,670 votes. The Trump campaign has 2 business days.
Dude, what are these graphics packages that they got going on at CBS 46? Atlanta's local CBS broadcasters really going crazy with the graphics.
Formally
Look at him moving in.
70 votes. The Trump campaign has 2 business days
So stupid.
to formally request a recount.
It's just very unusual that the votes got shut down when Trump was ahead, and then hundreds of thousands of votes in some states, even here in Georgia, thousands of votes came up. We're supposed to have confidence in this overnight?
Trump fired.
A lot of the conspiracy about the software, though, the recount was done by hand. Man, it doesn't matter, brother. It doesn't matter to them. Like, the whole point is they don't believe the election results are legitimate because Donald Trump lost. How do you not get this? Like, there's no consistency in their worldview. Oh yeah, I'm sure a lot of Trump supporters were like, "Oh wow, the Dominion software was fraudulent, but then the hand recount worked. Well, the hand recount showed nearly identical results. Well, I guess I was wrong then. Like, you know, I guess Biden's my president now. Like, that doesn't fucking work that way. The people that think that like this is a fraudulent election are already so far gone, so lost in the sauce that they're not gonna fucking be like, yeah, I've learned from my mistakes."
Fired the leader of his own election security agency after they declared the 2020 presidential election to have been the most secure in history.
I am shocked that there are people that think that there was rampant fraud when there's no evidence.
I think it's important for her to see, my daughter to see, that there's always a reason to fight for justice, and there's always a reason to fight for what is right.
The Trump campaign has not been able to flip any
The
state in
Republican
their efforts
mitosis
to
is
challenge
happening.
the results. Reporting from the Capitol, I'm Melissa Stern, CBS 46 News.
As you can see, it's really quite the crowd.
Oh my God, that's Hermela. Oh my God.
Mr. Piker, please for fuck's sake don't burn yourself out.
I
Make
can't
sure
believe
you
she's
take
working
breaks.
for
Keep up the great
local
work.
TV now. I used to work with her. She's a coworker of mine from current days.
As you can see, it's really quite the crowd. A large crowd has been gathering here since before 10 p.m. They are officially now breaking the statewide curfew that went into effect at 10 o'clock. A lot of people here say that just goes too far, it's too extreme, and they don't think it will actually work to the goal of reducing the COVID numbers. They say those are arbitrary hours, and that everybody knows at this point the realities of COVID and the kind of precautions that they need to take, and that they do not need a curfew.
I love that when people are like, we know what our precautions are. We don't need a fucking curfew. Here's us violating all those precautions, though.
Chat wanting to say I find to watch. Like the comment through and mob jokes.
It's so funny. Remember when in the beginning when they were doing the I need to get a haircut protests in like Michigan and all around the country, and their defense was like, "Oh no, these guys are right. It's just like, you know, we don't need lockdowns because these guys know how to deal with the situation." Like
Hasanabi fake news F.
They will be able to
Turkish dictator Piker clap.
They will be able to successfully deal with without a significant COVID lockdown, they will be able to, survive the COVID problem without these measures because, they're responsible individuals. And no, they didn't, because then once the lockdowns ended, or once lockdowns were lifted and restrictions were loosened, they then shifted their arguments over to mask wearing. Mask wearing is killing us and shit like that. So they're just contrarian. They have to
be able to do that. This is a very organized event. There is an agenda. There's going to be speeches, and obviously a lot of people here calling themselves patriots. They say this curfew goes against their civil liberties and doesn't do much to help the numbers as far as the pandemic goes. You spoke with a couple people who say they don't agree with it.
I would like to see.
Shocked to find out that there is no tear gassing of these protesters here. I wonder what the reason is. I wonder why these guys get to protest this way without getting their cheeks clapped by an authoritarian government. That's rather strange.
Curfews go away, and again, the whole blanket curfew thing, I don't agree with it. I think there's too many restrictions as is. Obviously, a lot of people don't agree with what our governor.
Probably because they're not burning shit. Yeah, no, the burning starts on its own. You're right. The burning never historically
had to go back to school
start when cops start fucking tear gassing them first.
But at least in creating more comrades, Pogu.
You say it's California, you're wrong. Even in the state of California, they fucking clap the cheeks of Black Lives Matter protesters.
And our city officials are doing.
Yeah, there's no violent graffiti. Maybe that's why.
A little bit different, but curfews is just a little too far.
I think we've tried lots of tools throughout the past 9 months, and none have really worked, if you will. And this one is certainly less restrictive than the other ones, which leads me to believe that's probably not going to do much.
The organizers say they're going to be out here for a while. The Orange County Sheriff's Department has said that they're not going to enforce the curfew, as well as other sheriff's departments across the state. Live in Huntington Beach, Hermela Argawi, KCAL 9 News.
There's a robot that tells people to fucking... Orange County's terrible, by the way. Orange County's like straight the fuck up, like Republican as shit. I just can't. I just want to picture what this fucking robot would look like. How this robot would operate in America. They'd be like, fucking robot trying to tell me to. Gotta tell me to put a mask on my face. They're here. The demon rats. They want to fucking destroy our way of living. I got food, by the way. I don't know about Japan, but in America, this robot 100% would be like applying facial recognition technology to pull up people's criminal records if they have one. And also the AI would be trained to follow black people in the store around.
Hi Hasan, I like your hat.
Like, there's two different reasons why we can't have things like this. %100%, this robot would just follow black people around and monitor their activity.
Six months.